¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo están? ¿Quién está por ahí? ¿Nadie? Nobody. Vamos a ver qué tal va a estar el Hogwarts Legacy. ¿Cuánto tiempo esperando el bendito juego?
Wands at the ready, State of Play is back with an in-depth look at the magic brewing in Hogwarts Legacy.
20 segunditos, ya nada más 20 segunditos. Espero que no tenga copyright, que yo creo que empezando con la música.
Lumos.
Bueno, y ya podemos ver que no es el trabajo final, las gráficas no son las últimas, ahí nos están avisando.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world. But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want
Eso es
to
lo
be.
mejor de este juego, que puedes crear tu propio personaje.
When you arrive at
Para
Hogwarts,
estar
you will be
dentro de
sorted into
Hogwarts.
one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you are starting Hogwarts late as a 5th year.
So you are the new
a magical skill and a clever mind to solve.
No manches, va a haber un chorro de secretos en Hogwarts. Como lo
You
he
may even
sabido.
find yourself in iconic locations you've never been able to explore before.
Ajá, miren, eso es algo que no sale en las películas, por si acaso no han leído los libros. Eso nada más sale en los libros, no
It's
sale en
the
las
late
películas.
1800s, so while the common rooms and classes may be familiar, most of your professors will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
All in good fun. Once a
Nick
pageant has
casi
been joined the
decapitado.
Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them. This offering is sure to win them over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a special curriculum, ones designed to help you catch up with the other fifth years at your own speed.
Bueno, se puede ver que hay muchas actividades dentro del juego.
Lumos.
Opportunities for adventure abound in the area surrounding Hogwarts. The magical abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork will
Y
soon
como
become
podemos ver, no se va a
tested
limitar tan
as you
solo a
unravel
la
a
escuela.
dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
No estoy seguro, pero parece que eso es la historia principal del juego.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with
Sí,
dangers,
estamos aquí transmitiendo la State
creatures
of Play
corrupted by a magical
de
force,
Hogwarts Legacy.
powerful goblins, and sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals.
Se ve que va a estar interesante para todos los que les
In
gusta
fact,
Harry Potter.
there's an
Nos
uneasy
gusta
alliance
Harry Potter.
between the goblins and dark wizards.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? Do you not telling me?
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
Let's go.
Claro que sí le entiendo, ¿qué te pasa? Pero no puedo estar traduciendo a la vez. Es algo complicado. Su pinche madre. Pero yo quiero ver cómo se hacen. Yo quiero ver qué le tienes que aplanar o qué pedo.
Enemies possess unique defensive and offensive abilities, including blasting curses, stunning spells, enchanted
Manches, se ve
weaponry,
interesante
and
el modo
more.
de combate.
While some may attack directly, others might enchant and incapacitate you. Mastery of the shield charm allows you to deflect ranged spells and direct weapon strikes.
No, no estamos jugando, estamos transmitiendo el State of Play de
Counterattack with
Hogwarts
powerful
Legacy.
stunning charms,
Un juego
allowing you to follow
del
up with
universo de
extended
Harry Potter
spell combinations.
que ha sido esperado durante mucho tiempo y apenas están anunciando como que ya más a fondo de lo que se va a tratar.
Students who become particularly adept at spellcasting will find many ways to exploit their enemy's weakness.
Su madre, me encanta cómo se ven muy bien las animaciones, me gusta mucho.
Slam with Descendo. Roast with Incendio. Devastate your enemies using various finishes. You can even use
tiene
the
bastantes
mysterious,
hechizos.
powerful magic your professors do not understand to obliterate your strongest foes.
Sí, sí se ve bueno, sí, la neta que sí se ve bueno.
Mixing and matching dozens of spells will let you define your combat style.
Accio. Incendio.
On your path to become the ultimate duelist.
Accio.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time.
In addition to classes and spells, you'll have access to a deep set of upgrades, talents, and skills to aid your progression as a wizard.
Ah, bueno,
Complete
vas a tener que
challenges
ir a
throughout the
clases
world
para
to
poder
gain
aumentar tus
experience.
skills.
Level up your abilities by choosing talents
Habilidades
to
y
upgrade your
experiencias.
spells, plants, and potions to increase their power. Decide which
Dentro
talents
de
best
las
fit your
pociones y los
playstyle
hechizos.
to allow you to focus on your favorite types of magic. You
No,
can
y te puedes
also
enfocar en
loot,
los diferentes
buy,
tipos de
or
magia.
craft your
Sí.
own magical gear that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat. Gear can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater abilities for your chosen playstyle.
Use a strong, even motion when cutting your ingredients.
Espero que ahí, para hacer las pociones, espero que tengan su chiste y no nada más seguir como que las instrucciones así, tal
Spells are
cual.
not the only tools at your
Que,
disposal
o sea,
in
que
combat.
tengas,
As you
vaya,
hone
si tienes
your
que
wand
girar la
skills, you can
palanca que
continue
sea
to further your magical education
cierta
at
velocidad,
Hogwarts,
cosas así,
progressing your
para que lo haga más
development as a
interesante.
witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your power when you need a boost.
Vas a poder tomar pociones para incrementar tu poder, pero esto nada más
Grow and
si
deploy magical
aprendes a
plants
hacerlo.
to mob the
Excelente.
battlefield and keep your enemies at bay. You can even unleash deadly
Sí.
mandrake seedlings to
Lo quemó a la
incapacitate
chingada.
unsuspecting enemies. In Beasts class, you will learn about a variety of magical beasts you might encounter, both at school and as you explore the world surrounding the castle and its grounds.
Eso me gusta, que no se está limitando a Hogwarts. Con madre.
Learning and mastering broomflight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
I want you to do my herbology homework.
You're despicable.
Some abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions.
Ok, otros estudiantes
And
te
over
pueden
time,
acompañar
you'll
a
learn their
hacer
stories.
las misiones.
This is our chance.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks. Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical beasts, connecting with them more easily than with humans.
What happens now?
Unafraid of detention or breaking the rules,
Sneaking in the restricted section again!
is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic Slytherin
Sí, parece que te vas a tener que estar escondiendo de los maestros
with a
también
troubling family secret.
en ciertas
Nothing
misiones.
can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering areas.
Todavía no sé si es cooperativo online, la neta. Todavía no sé. Yo esperaría que sí, o sea,
One of the most remarkable
sería
secrets
de
of
lo mejor.
Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement. You're introduced to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you. Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear.
Oh.
A helpful house elf named Deke helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
What is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find
También ya
out.
tiene cosas
You can
de
freely
animales
customize this space
fantásticos.
to reflect your personality and magical specialties.
No mames. También puedes crear tu propio espacio. Lo que les decía, más allá de las paredes del
Not
castillo.
everything you need on your journey is available at Hogwarts. You'll want to visit the nearby wizarding village of Hogsmeade, where loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require.
Manches, puedes ir a Hogsmeade a comprar todo lo que necesites
From potion ingredients and recipes to seeds
para
for
tus
magical
pociones.
plants to all sorts of gear. But Hogsmeade also has its dangerous side. A band of dark witches and wizards, emboldened by the turmoil of the times, wander the village outskirts.
Ok, te puedes encontrar con enemigos también ahí.
You must avoid them or defeat them. As you explore, you'll find the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with
es lo que más
activity,
necesita Harry.
wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the school year
Mira,
progresses,
también hay cambios de
dynamic seasons
clima,
and
qué
climates will
mamalón.
fill the sky with lightning or
Digo,
sunshine,
está muy
or coat the
completo el
ground
juego,
with snow
entonces.
or rain. Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the countryside, each with vendors and residents who have stories to tell, and missions with which they could use your assistance.
Lo que tiene de especial también es que es mundo
Be on
abierto.
the lookout for
Como
enchanting magical
se
puzzles
nota
that
ahí.
may very well have been designed by Merlin himself,
No
when he was a
mames.
student at Hogwarts.
Ya me estoy campeando bien machín, lo quiero.
Magical beasts roam the lands outside the castle walls. Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of poachers and
Okay, hay
trapped.
bestias corrompidas
If you're
por
feeling
magia
benevolent,
oscura
you can rescue
también.
them and restore them to health in the room of requirement.
Y hay que ayudarlas.
But there are dangers beyond your understanding in the world as well. Dungeons and vaults hold perilous threats and also untold rewards.
Menciona que hay
Be
muchos
careful where
dungeons.
you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path.
Un encantamiento prohibido.
Master spells. Befriend new allies. Journey across a landscape never seen before.
No te
Uncover
mames, se
ancient
ve
secrets.
con
Combat
madre el pinche
mystical
juego.
threats. Learn long forgotten mysteries. Become the witch or wizard you want to be.
Oye, pero aquí vas a crear tu personaje, ¿eh? No eres Harry Potter. O sea, si tu personaje tiene siempre está abierto y siempre sucio, pues eso será tu problema. Porky Games, Hogwarts Legacy. Holiday 2022. Lo tenemos para este año. Por fin hay fecha. Por fin. No va a ser exclusivo de PlayStation 5, mira. Va a ser para PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4 y ni siquiera es exclusivo para Sony. Va a estar también para Xbox. Pero no sé todavía si es exclusiva temporal o qué onda. O si va a salir al rato, vemos en Twitter.
The love for this brand that the team has is astonishing.
Our team is so excited to take all of the love that they put into this as fans and give it to fans.
This is the game that they've dreamed of for 20 years.
Está bastante completo el juego, la neta que sí.
The lore of the Wizarding World is already so rich.
Al rato te lo compras,
and all we
güey.
had to do was harness those elements and
Júntale.
build a game out of it.
Al rato sale del canal
Movies,
para que compres un
books,
Play
they all
5.
touched me in such a way that it makes me want to go to experience Hogwarts, makes me put in so much more detail into this game.
We really want to make sure that anything we add or anything we play with or anything that we explore really feels authentic.
Bringing to life just the charm and the love, everything we have for the books, and then marrying that with the iconic experiences from the movies that fans will recognize.
Rayos.
Is really just
Feel you,
perfect
bro.
handshake between the two.
Es algo que tienes que hacer primero. Pero güey, ya no está tan caro el
Just the
Switch.
discovery of like seeing things
A menos que le
portrayed
quieras
for the
comprar
first
un
time.
OLED.
Maybe they've read something and had a picture in their head the whole time, but then finally to get to touch it, to walk around it.
You've got all of these elements
No,
that
no,
can come
no
together
sé,
to create
la verdad
this
no sé si está
amazing
viéndolos.
AAA open world action RPG.
When it comes to the open world, we just knew it wasn't going to be enough to just stare out of the windows of Hogwarts and wonder what it's like out there. But the final question that fans ask is, what's beyond that? What's beyond the Forbidden Forest? What's going to be beyond Hogsmeade? What's beyond the Black Lake if I start traveling south? And we just felt like we had to answer those questions.
La mayoría de los juegos de Harry Potter, los anteriores, ni siquiera tenían, o sea, no tenían casi nada, estaban bien limitados. Este juego es todo lo que queríamos los fans. Además de que ni siquiera eres un personaje de Harry Potter, eres tú, si
Hogwarts
quieres.
Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
You are a new student who is starting at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a 5th year, which is very unusual. So already there's a bit of an edge and a bit of a mystery.
The original story that we tell in the game is your story of what you did
Estoy leyendo la información
Fans are familiar with the Wizarding World
y dice que
from, the 1900s and on, really.
las imágenes que vimos
But
están
now,
capturadas
this
en un
world,
PlayStation
we're able to
5.
sort of create a space that's their own.
Pero
Fans of
no
the
es
series will
el
know that ancient
resultado
magic
final, como quiera.
has been around for a long time, to say the least, and that Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic. And the Avatar, the player, has the ability to sense it and possibly wield it or control it.
Our process of development started with rereading the books. And over development, we reread the books many times. Every time we'd start with a new feature, we'd dig into that, and then beyond, we would go into the films.
being able to put our own spin on what this universe is was a pretty big deal. I helped design a piece that nobody has ever seen before, the Hufflepuff common room. You know, as a Hufflepuff, you always wonder, like, what is my common room supposed to look like?
It's close enough to the world that
¿Fan
we
de
know
qué?
that fans will recognize certain names.
Ah, sí,
they'll
sí,
recognize
sí.
spells, they'll recognize certain
O sea, sí,
locations.
pero también soy fan de Harry Potter, de la saga, o sea, no nada más de ella.
It's going to be an entirely new wizarding world that no one's ever experienced.
When people engage in the wizarding world, what's the one anchor? Like, what's the thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that grounds it all and grounds all these characters and grounds all these figures? And for us, we really felt like that answer was Hogwarts itself. That school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry, is really what binds it all.
How to bring Hogwarts to life. That was a very big challenge because, as everybody knows, Hogwarts is huge.
Now we need to know exactly how this passage connects to this passage for a game, because you're going to have to walk it.
And of course, again, the Sentient Castle, it's got new surprises up its sleeves. It likes to keep its students on its toes. We've put so many little secrets and passageways and rooms in this castle.
Está con madre que tenga todo eso, no mames.
Recreate those very important locations. And then there's these other places that are only mentioned in the books or just alluded to. And we have to make the connective tissue that brings all that together.
Adding a world that is a
Mira,
breathing, living world is very
con madre.
because it's all about the details. And as a concept team, we really got into those details and studied history, studied architecture.
Y le pusieron un
I
chingo
hope
de
that when
huevos,
fans play
la
the
neta.
game, they get as lost in it as I do. I can just be reviewing a side mission, and all of a sudden I find myself wandering Hogwarts for like 45 minutes because it's so beautiful.
The community is absolutely going to love Hogwarts Legacy.
It's going to be so fun.
Get that letter to
Si este juego sale antes de noviembre o antes de octubre, algo así, podría competir con los Game Awards de este año. Y si lo consigue, estoy casi seguro que va a ser uno de los GOTY. No que se lo gane, pero estoy seguro que va a estar dentro de los GOTY.
We truly hope you enjoyed the Hogwarts Legacy State of Play. Our team is so grateful for the
O a
excitement.
lo mejor estoy hablando muy
and for the
pronto
passion
todavía,
that
pero
all of you bring to
lo veo
this.
muy bien, la
It's
neta.
truly what fuels us. On behalf of our team at WB Games Avalanche, we want to thank you for being here today, and we'll see you at Hogwarts.
That's our show. We hope you're excited
Y
for
ya
the
se acabó
magic
este
to
pedo.
come. See you next time.
Ya, fue todo. Pinche State of Play de Harry Potter. Güey, la neta se ve con madre el pinche juego, la neta. O sea, ya se veía que iba a estar chido, pero ya con este avance es seguro, es segurísimo que va a estar con madre. Y nada más, déjenme ver en Twitter porque como se supone que este juego no es exclusivo de Sony, pero pues tienen como que una exclusiva temporal o algo así. Quiero ver si ahorita finalizando, ya finalizó, anuncian, no sé, Xbox, o algún otro que diga, bueno, Nintendo no, Xbox que diga cuándo va a salir. Vamos a ver. Los últimos tweets. No hay nada todavía. Todavía no hay nada. Pero se ve con madre el juego. Digo, si llega a estar antes de diciembre o noviembre, no me acuerdo qué fecha, si puede entrar a los Game Awards de este año. Y yo creo que sí entra para GOTY. No sé si lo gane, no creo, pues está Elden Ring, pero puede entrar para GOTY. No, todavía no se ve nada, pinche madre. A ver. Sony, Hogwarts Legacy, Chingado, espero que no tengan exclusiva temporal. Bueno, igual no tengo consola donde jugarlo más que en la Play 4, ¿verdad? Pero espero que no tengan exclusiva temporal y que salgan las mismas fechas para las otras consolas. Vamos a ver si hay algo en las páginas oficiales de Harry Potter. Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy, aquí está. Bueno, pues aquí nada más dice, dice lo mismo. Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PC, PlayStation 4 y PlayStation 5. Pero no hay fechas todavía. En la página oficial no la han actualizado. No, a ver, vamos a entrar aquí. Warner Bros. Games. Marzo, ni tienen nada, pinches vatos. Debería estar en el Game Pass. El primer día Game Pass. Está con madre. No sé, esto va a ser un pinche juegazo. Esa es mi conclusión ya para cerrar aquí en el stream. Si encuentro que va a salir que anuncien las fechas también para las otras consolas y para PC, lo pongo en el Twitter. Ahí para que me sigan también en el Twitter. Ahí está el enlace en el canal, ya sea que estén en el Twitch o estén en YouTube. Ahí está el enlace al Twitter para que vayan y me sigan, que ahí actualizo más rápido las noticias. Porque pues es Twitter, ¿no? O sea, es el chiste de Twitter. Pero bueno. Entonces nos quedamos con que Hogwarts Legacy va a estar con madre, mundo abierto, un chingo de dungeons, no se limita a estar en Hogwarts. Necesitas mejorar tus skills para saber pociones, para saber los hechizos, dependiendo de más o menos qué es lo que quieras saber, qué es lo que quieras desarrollar. Y bueno, creas tu personaje, o sea, puede ser tú si quieres, si tienes el sueño de estar en Hogwarts, que todos los fans de Harry Potter pues alguna vez lo quisimos, ¿no? Cuando estábamos estúpidos de niños. Y pues nada, ese juego se va a estar con madre. Por lo pronto nada más han anunciado que que va a salir a finales de este año para PlayStation 4 y PlayStation 5. No sabemos nada de Xbox Series X, One, ni PC, ni Series S, porque pues todavía no lo anuncian, como les digo. Si sale algo más tarde, pues ahí lo estaré anunciando en las redes. Y pues bueno, eso sería todo. Estén al pendiente del canal, estén al pendiente del Twitch, que a veces estamos ahí transmitiendo con Tyforce, que está ahí en el chat del Twitch. Y pues bueno, sin más que decir, este juego me sorprendió, me gustó mucho, ya lo quiero jugar. Espero poder jugarlo, maldita sea. Y bueno, pues ahí nos vemos a la próxima, estén al pendiente. Bye.